I had migraines that there was a bunch of different ones. I had regular migraines, vestibular migraines, and complex migraines. And with each of those, there's different symptoms that happen. And so it was just a whirlwind: vertigo, dizziness, eyes bouncing, cognitive decline, memory lapse. So there was just so much that was going on. And after my husband and I had gone to Israel in February, and right before that, I started noticing a pain in my stomach, and that stemmed into me losing a bunch of weight and not being able to eat. Unnatural. I lost like almost 40 pounds in a very short amount of time, and we weren't getting any answers from doctors. So Joyce happened to see my posts on Facebook, and she called me and said, honey, because prior to this, I had tried the patch and I had a horrible detox, and I told her, I don't want it, but she loves me, so she pursued me. So let's see. I also had kidney pain. Gosh, there's a grocery list of everything. Oh, tinitis. It was so loud and like very, very, I couldn't hear, and it would trigger my migraines. The complex migraines, I would have stroke symptoms, and my husband would have to rush me to the hospital, and they told him, even though we think it's just a migraine, to still bring me in just in case it's a stroke. So that was pretty scary stuff. I had been bedridden, intervals of bedridden and chair ridden, to where the last stint was what? How long do you think I was in? I couldn't just do anything. About 3 weeks. Yeah, about 3 weeks. And we were talking about end of life stuff. I mean, I thought I was dying. I really did.
Let me just interrupt for one moment, because we can see that you are looking at your companion there. And Mitchell has been there the whole time and supporting you. And she asked for him to be there with her tonight, because she said her memory loss is still affecting her, and it's still coming back. So let's just say a little prayer in our hearts for her, and Mitchell's there supporting her, and we're going to support you. So continue on and tell us where it went there.
Okay. So about 17 days ago, I called Joyce, and prior to that, she called me on a Thursday, and I had messaged her off my watch because I was just too weak. I couldn't do anything. And I said, when I start to feel better, I'll give you a call back. And she says, well, please do. And so I called her on that Monday, the following Monday, and boy, howdy, she mommed me. Woo! She's my best friend, and she's 92. Okay. She mommed me. And I decided to move forward and do the patches, but she had given to me prior to this some patches, and she asked me, she goes, do you have any of those patches left that I had given to you? And I said, yeah. And she goes, go put them on. And I said, okay, where? And she goes, I don't care. Go put all of them on you. And I said, all of them? She goes, well, one of each. And I said, okay. And so I had what? X39, Nirvana, Carnosine, and Aeon, the Eon. And within 15 minutes, I was feeling better. Within the hour, I called her back, and I just started sobbing and telling her how much I loved her and thanking her.
Joy Lee, that's such amazing results. I'm really curious to know, how long were you suffering with the migraines and the kidney pain and the tinnitus and the, being bedridden? Like, how long was this going on for?
Honey, you answer that.
This has been going on for the majority of her lifetime. So 6 years old, she ended up having a seizure, and from that point moving forward, it's basically been a pretty regular thing. It's come in intervals and stints, to where there will be periods where it'll be a year that she'll just have hardcore symptoms, and then it seems like they ease up after a little while, but she's always had them. and we've gone to doctor after doctor, to specialists, and nobody can figure out what's going on. And even to this point, nobody knows what's going on. And we're super excited for this next set of specialists that we're going to go see, for us to show up and be able to give that testimony of what these patches have done for her, and for the doctors to be baffled and dumbfounded and realize that there's something out there that can help, that there is hope for people.
But I want to add, because I'm starting to get amped here. I got to tell you guys about this. Okay. So, I had gotten to the point where I could not eat. I couldn't eat without vomiting. And, it was like multiple times a day. And now there's the pain that used to always happen right here under my right rib. It would shoot down to my back into my kidneys. And I started putting the Aeon patch right there and the Ice Wave patches in the back. And I can proudly say that I've been able to eat and not vomit. Praise God.
Wow. Wow. Well, that is what you've given us. And I know there's more details.
There is so much.
And thank you for coming on. Mitchell, thank you for being there and being supportive of her and holding her up for, this is a tremendous testimony. And thank you. And you are definitely one that we would like to have back.
Yes.
In the next 90 days to see what's happened with all of this remarkable recovery. Kathleen, it looks like you were trying to say something. Were you trying to?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to know. So you must be like somewhere in your 30s or something, or late 20s. So basically for like, I don't even know. How old are you?
I'll be 42.
Okay, wow. So for over 40 years, almost 40 years, this has been going on. You wore the patch for 15 minutes, Joy Leah, and you were already getting relief and results. So what was that? Tell me like more specifically what the results were. I know that, you could eat, which is huge, and you weren't vomiting, but what else was going on for you in those 17 days?
Oh, I love to tell you this part. Okay.
Fantastic. That's what we want to hear, girl.
Every morning I would wake up with dizziness, a vertigo, or a headache every single morning. And now, I'll wake up and I don't have that stuff going on. It's not there. It's not there at all. But throughout the day before the patch, I'd be all day long. It would just be misery.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Well, now you get to get up, you get to dance, you're singing, you're actually driving by yourself.
I know. I haven't driven for 45 days by myself before this.
Wow.
And I've only been taking it for 17 days. It's amazing. It's amazing. I will say that the first time I did try it, I detoxed. And she didn't know about my filter system. And she had me wear it for the 12 hours. And I'm like, I'm still working. I can't have this. I can't be swelling, because I swelled up everywhere, even my eyelids, because I was detoxing so bad. And I didn't know that I was supposed to drink so much water. I was just drinking littles. But yeah, I am so thankful that we tried it again and I gave it another shot.
Well, we are thankful that you did also.
Yes.
And we know you've given us some tidbits, and we're anxious to come back and get another replay. And later on, as Sheila's explaining why this happened so quickly, and it's because of this ability of the body to be treated by light and photobiomodulation. So thanks again. We appreciate you both.
Thank you.
Okay, so Anne,